Alrighty, everyone, we are in video 3. If you are at video 3, you've created your Zoom account, you've created a meeting, you've played around with the features on the meeting, and you're ready to talk about our final topic today. So for this last video, we're going to go over our last essential question and objective, which is objective 5. And then after this video, you're going to complete an exit ticket. The essential question we're going to focus on is, how can I protect the safety of my students? And the objective that matches our question is, I can identify the safety measures I need to take to protect my students. So how can I protect the safety of my students? Before we start, I want to talk about why safety is so important. So in the spring, when everyone started using Zoom, there were people that were hacking into Zoom meetings and posting really inappropriate things for kids to see and disrupting meetings. And that was because teachers weren't protecting their links or weren't setting passwords, creating waiting rooms, etc. So Zoom has enhanced its security, but there are also some things you should do as a teacher to make sure that your Zoom meeting is as safe and secure as possible. Let's talk about those things. The first one is require a password with your meetings. So you saw when I set up my meetings in the last video, I always had the password as my last name. Now, yes, that's not the most secure password in the world. However, I'm working with first graders, and having them type in an extremely long, complicated password isn't going to work. And I'll talk about how I increase security with additional services, but create a password. Enabling the waiting room. If you enable a waiting room when a student or a participant joins the meeting, it puts them in this holding place. And then you, as the host, have to allow each person to enter. So as you allow each person to enter, you can screen and say, hey, that's one of my students. No, that's not one of my students. Finally, you can lock the meeting once everyone is in there. And that is done by clicking on the security tab in the toolbar. And the first option is to lock the meeting. When you lock the meeting, no one can enter at that time. A few helpful reminders are to not share the link and password with others outside your classroom. Don't post the link anywhere like on Facebook. And then integrate Zoom with other platforms if possible. So my Zoom account was integrated with my Canvas account last year, so students had to use their information to log on to Canvas and then use information to log on to Zoom. So it made it even more secure because they had to have the students' Canvas information to be able to log in, and it just makes it more secure. So see if you can identify a platform like this. Now that you know the security features and you know how to set up a Zoom account, set up a meeting, and all of those good things, you are ready to take the exit ticket for this module. The exit ticket can be found using this link and navigating these questions. Remember, we're not taking these exit tickets as a you did this, you don't get this, and a penalty. We're doing it so that as the leadership team, we can decide what additional professional development and support there is. The Zoom link can be accessed for the PowerPoint slides in that folder, and it can also be accessed from the directions page. After this, you have one more module and you're ready to go. Thank you all for participating, and I'll see you for module 3.